So continued on. So there, over the gigantic hole there, the deep depression, which I assume was a furnace at one time, probably is, but that's probably where they replaced that. Did find something a little disturbing. I say a little disturbing. Can't see it now because I pulled it up, but wherever the hardwood floor, I don't know if I can find the piece, but wherever the floor is kind of got bad surface, I found that there's moisture damage underneath. And when you look on the back side of the material, okay, so here's one. You can see it's pitted right there. That was over one of the spots, and as you can see, it's got black, which means, you know, at least mildew going on with a little bit of activity there. No, not termite. I haven't really seen any termite damage on any of this new stuff. Not really knowing if much of this other, I think I did see some termite activity towards the outside, but now that I've been moving inward, it's not termite damage, but it is moisture. This right here, these were all pretty bad. I just knocked them out, cut them out. That's right there it's rotten. That's bad. The reason I went ahead and went out in the hall was because I saw some of these spots, and as I showed in one of the last videos, that the floor was springy, was spongy, and sure enough, it's because there's something going on. Well, that tells me that it's kind of dark in here. There we go. This right here, what feels solid, that tells me there's probably water damage under there, at least to the subfloor. All right, so, and you know, I thought maybe originally that it was because they put polyurethane or some type of sealer type thing on an older wood, which is, from what I understand, is a no-no. You know, really with the older wood, you're supposed to just wax them because it allows them to breathe and allows them to dry out. And it may have been some of that. I've found that when you try to remove these, when you try to remove the trim work, that there's glue down here, which I don't know if if this is the polyurethane from the floor. I mean, it looks like it. It's a brown. As you can see right there, that is what keeps. That's what keeps those trim work. A lot of times, Dawson and Felicity was struggling to get the trim work off of the walls, and it's because there was so much polyurethane glued up underneath there. So that tells me that, you know, I don't know if they tried to seal it under there or what was going on, but that was what was going on. So that just tells me that, you know, a little bit of time is not something I'm going to do right away, but before I end up putting the floors in here, more than likely I'm going to cut out. I wasn't really going to put some type of wood filler in there. Probably just get under the floor and see exactly what's going on in these particular areas. I'll just drill a hole and down in there, and this is the worst right here. I mean, because you can see, you know, that's just coming up. But you know, and it's kind of saggy here. But part of the reason it's kind of bouncy and springy is because these 2x8s, in some places 2x6s, but 2x8s, they're spanning more than 12 foot. They're spanning sometimes up to 18 foot in places, and that's just way too much span for a 2x8. Really should only span like 11 foot, thereabouts, just depending on the species of wood. You know, older wood is a little bit harder, a little bit stronger, a little bit more dimension to it, but so that's what I got going on currently. Again, now it's this whole area. I mean, that hallway, that bathroom, this hallway, all of it is going to have to be redone.